Come, let us meditate like a Jedi. This evening's 19th lesson of 20 is drawn from the meditation manual titled Easy Enlightenment. It is available as a PDF for free download. Let us explore the symbolism of the ox and the old teacher. Consider, if you will, a great ox, so enormous it dwarfs a bull. Perched upon his hindquarters sits a thin old man. In the ox's mouth there is no bit. Upon his head there is no bridle. The wizened fellow holds no rein. However, does he direct the ox? He does not. Rather, he is... Rather, he is content to simply enjoy the ride. By cultivating love's centered spontaneity, we too could go with the flow. This is the effortless byproduct of mindfulness and meditation. Having completed our opening lesson, we can now shift gears. It is General Leia Organa, Saturday evening. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi. This is the Dzogchen Sende Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I have harnessed my autistic special interests as well as my ADHD hyperfocus to spend about 8 hours a day almost every day studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that I could become your personal, nerdy, neurodivergent guide to nirvana. Welcome, my friends, to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. For the remainder of this evening's live stream, let's meditate. Quick review. Every human has evolved straight out of the womb to have access to certain survival mechanisms that our dopamine system rewards for. The tendencies to be rigid, fearful, superstitious, controlling, elitist, cryptic, competitive, and cruel. Early childhood is spent learning to access a different system, one of the oxytocin-oriented system that rewards for cooperation. And the more we access that system, the more we become flexible, loving, rational, laid back, egalitarian, lucid, cooperative, and kind. Sadly, Sturgeon's law reminds us that 90% of everything sucks, including humans, including meditation teachers. And so more people are defined by competition than by cooperation. This rigidity is often displayed when meditation teachers implore their students to actively focus and actively analyze, overworking their dorsolateral and medial prefrontal cortex to the point of presenting with symptoms of depression, no less triggering their amygdala, the seat of anxiety and aggression, or put another way, the seat of cowardice, cruelty, and competition. Fortunately, neither the amygdala nor the prefrontal cortex constitute the entirety of our central nervous system. Au contraire, we have a spinal cord, known by the fancy name of autonomic nervous system, but in days of yore was nicknamed our Buddha nature. Here's why. Every time we inhale, we are wired to automatically access the middle part of our spinal cord, which today is known as our sympathetic nervous system. It evolved to help us vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics of seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, smelling, and the like, including the full spectrum of human emotions, intentions, cognitions, recollections, and imaginings. Every time we exhale, however, we're wired to automatically access the end bits of that same spinal cord, kind of like bookends on a shelf. This is known technically as our parasympathetic nervous system, and it helps us to physically relax and mentally release to such a degree that which we noticed during our previous inhalation could fleetingly feel less stressful, less permanent, and even less defining. Complex life forms on this planet have evolved to think symbolically. Perhaps that is why in every human culture we observe figures of speech. Let's see how that applies to meditation. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever we noticed during our previous inhalation could fleetingly feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void. What is a real-world example of a non-graspable vast empty void? How about the illusion, the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which although could be tantalizing to the eye, feels non-graspable to the hand. What's the easiest way we can practice mindfulness, which is nothing more than passively and vulnerably noticing mind's antics? To do that, we could silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this each time we feel air enter our nostrils. Since meditation is simply relaxing into mind's non-graspable nature, is there an easy way to practice this? Yes. Silently and mentally, we could recite the one-syllable verb ease. Each time we feel air exit our nostrils. Remember, indulging our controlling tendencies, trying to make things happen, makes us miserable. The question is not, are we wired to effortlessly notice and relax? The question is, are we going to actively fight against it or passively cooperate with it? You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In about 11 and a half hours, I would very much like to return to lead tomorrow's morning meditation class and group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.